Virginia outlasted Boston College last night, winning in overtime, strengthening their position for a potential at-large bid to the NCAA tournament. Here in Crozet, it's a rematch between Western Albemarle and Charlottesville. The Warriors beat the Black Knights at CHS last month by 3 points. Virginia wins its ACC opener for the first time in 4 years. The Hoos are also now 2-0 under Coach Tony Elliott for the first time. The Hoos are going to rely heavily on their potent offense in this regional and hope for a good, solid starting pitching. Hello, everyone. Are you ready for some football? This is the Friday Night Fury with all the high school football scores and highlights. The Hoos are aiming to bounce back after that loss to Maryland last weekend and head into their bye week with a 3-1 record. The Chanticleers are undefeated with a record of 3-0. Hey there, Stephen Aaron. A very emotional Tony Bennett says he's no longer the best coach to lead UVA basketball in a changing college athletics environment. The man who coached Virginia to its only national championship in 2019 says he's not the best fit for the Hoos in an era that now involves agents, NIL deals, and the transfer portal.
And I've been here for 15 years as the head coach. And I thought it would be a little longer, to be honest, but that's been on loan. It wasn't mine to keep. This position has been on loan, and it's time for me to, excuse me, I knew that would happen. It's time for me to give it back.
In front of family, UVA coaches and players, Tony Bennett says he came to UVA 16 years ago to see if he could build a program in a unique way that could compete with the Blue Bloods in the ACC. He did, winning 2 ACC tournament titles and 6 regular season conference championships. But he feels times have changed.
When I looked at myself and I realized I'm no longer the best coach to lead this program in this current environment. And if you're going to do it, you got to be all in. You got to have everything. And if you do it half-hearted, it's not fair to the university and those young men.
The changing environment now involves agents and NIL.
I'm a square peg in a round hole. It's what it is. And maybe that's the hard part to admit. But it's okay, because when you tell the truth, there's freedom in that.
Bennett says he thought about stepping down at the end of last season, but changed his mind, excited about the transfers and incoming recruits Virginia landed. But just recently, talking with his wife, felt now was the best time to retire.
I've always wanted this to be taken over by one of my staff members. I always have.
Bennett says assistant Ron Sanchez will be Virginia's interim head coach.
I wanted these guys and the staff to have a couple scrimmages 3 weeks before they play games to get together and just to step out of the way. I wish I could have gone longer. I really do.
Bennett says he will still be around Charlottesville. He says he wishes he could work at UVA in a part-time capacity. He's only 55 years old, but still Bennett's retirement is a big loss for UVA and college basketball. Putts like the pros and chips, pretty impressive for a 9-year-old. On his home course at Lake Monticello, Lucas Dunaway shows off his skills. Last month in Pennsylvania, Lucas made 2 putts like this and landed 3 impressive drives, clinching a spot in this year's Drive, Chip, and Putt National Finals.
So happy. It's one of the happiest moments of my life.
The victory means a trip to Augusta in April. Have you seen the Masters golf course on TV?
Yes, on TV I watch it every single year.
Nice. How cool is it going to be there?
Oh my gosh, it'll be the coolest moment of my life.
Lucas began playing competitive golf at 6 years old. His coach has seen him blossom.
He's able to rise to the occasion and stay mentally tough. I think a big part of that is he just loves to compete and he loves the opportunity to challenge himself.
Lucas's parents are also golfers and couldn't be more thrilled for his success. They've been by his side for this wild ride.
Your high can be very high and your lows can be very low, and you need that support that's going to say, hey, this is great, you're doing a great job, just keep up the good work.
Do you want to be a professional golfer someday?
Yeah, that's my very dream goal,
Big dream.
but I think I can do it.
April's youth golf event at Augusta, just another step on the journey.
I mean, I'll try my best to stay calm, but I think I'll be barely a little bit nervous, but I'm gonna try my best.
On the golf course in Fluvanna County, Marty Hudtloff, 29 News. A whiteout at JPJ, where the Hoos have the nation's longest home win streak. Virginia starts the night in second place in the ACC at 8-3. Miami is 6-5. A national stage for ESPN's Big Monday. Virginia fell behind by 5 early, then went on a 12-0 run. Jake Groves with the first of 3 straight Cavalier three-pointers. Minutes later, Isaac McNeely hits another. Miami calls timeout. Virginia up 7. Late in the half, after a Ryan Dunn block, then Dunn breaks loose for a breakaway layup. Virginia led by 12 at half, 29-17. The Cavaliers start the second half on a 20-4 run. It's Reese Beekman with 3 of his game-high 16 points. And then moments later, Beekman dishes out one of his 7 assists. Ryan Dunn with the big slam. Virginia would build a 26-point lead. Jake Groves added 12 points off the bench, including 2 three-pointers. Virginia cruises to a 22-point win, holding Miami to just 38 points in a 60-38 win.
We just really try to focus on not letting them get stuff in transition. That was really important because they can get going. And, you know, we were right tonight, and they were obviously, I hope it was a lot of what we had to do with it, and they were maybe not as right tonight with a guy getting injured, but he just kept chasing quality on both ends.
A really solid first 5 that gets us going on the right foot, and then we got guys off the bench who can come and contribute big time. And so that was huge, especially in a game like tonight when Miami only plays 6-7 guys. I think we were just able to wear them out with our depth.
They just outplayed us in every aspect of the game. We didn't play well, they played really well. Thank you for your attention.
Miami coach Jim Larrañaga there, frustrated after the game, taking just one question from the media before walking off. Virginia wins its 7th straight game, improving to 9-3 in the ACC. That's 23 straight wins at home for the Cavaliers. Virginia now travels to Tallahassee Saturday night to take on Florida State. Stephen Casey, I introduced you to Jessica Coleman about a year and a half ago. After turning 40 years old, she made the big commitment getting into the sport of bodybuilding. She's now 46, and after a setback last year, the mom of 2 teenagers is making a comeback and ready to make her pro debut in July. She's giving it another go. Intense training, 3 hours a day, 6 days a week. Jessica Coleman is ready to make her pro debut.
I'm so ready and I'm so excited. I've worked so hard. This is the best prep I've ever had.
Jessica won a handful of amateur events, then earned her pro card and was ready to compete professionally. Then she had issues with both wrists and was forced to have surgery. It was a major setback.
I went through a little depression time. You know, just kind of reserved myself to the idea that it was kind of over for me.
4 months later, she started to get her strength back.
And my muscles started coming back, and I started feeling strong in the gym again, that I realized I'm not done yet.
Jessica began working out again with her coach, building muscle. In April, she began bulking, eating healthy foods, but eating a lot.
I would joke and say to my coach, "You're feeding me like an elephant." And then I would be training hard at the same time, doing lots of cardio as a part of my bulk.
Coleman's been perfecting her poses. Her bodybuilding journey, which started 6 years ago, climaxes in 2 weeks when she takes the stage in the Atlanta Pro. She'll compete in the Masters Pro for women 40 and over.
I put in so much work, and to be able to get back to a place where I would be competition ready again, it's been an incredible feeling, incredible.
The Atlanta Pros Show will be on Saturday, July 13th, starting at 11 a.m. The finals at 4. You can watch on a pay-per-view live stream. That link is in Jessica's story on our website, 29news.com. This is where he has been groomed for his Olympic debut. Charlottesville's Piedmont YMCA. For the past year, Heilman has been in the pool 6 days a week, sometimes twice a day, before and after school.
You know, it's been a lot of fun, but obviously, like, it takes a lot of hard work to get here, and there's definitely sacrifices, but at the same time, it's achieving this goal of making the Olympics was, it was enough for me to, like, I didn't really feel like sacrifices most of the time. I was still able to, you know, hang out with friends on the weekend.
Heilman, who is committed to swim in college at UVA, will race in the 100 and 200 meter butterfly at the Olympics in Paris.
I'm not trying to make it too much bigger than any other meet, and trying to prepare exactly how he did for trials or any other meet.
Thomas Heilman got valuable experience on a big stage last summer in Japan, competing at the World Championships, where he broke Michael Phelps' record in the 200 meter butterfly in the 16-year-old age group.
An opportunity to learn and grow a year ago as he went off to Japan and perform at World Champs was paramount. So now he's been through it and he's learned it. This is a little bit different. The Olympic Games are definitely bigger and there's more at stake.
The mental strain is a little bit more, but at this, like, having that mindset of we're just going out and racing, and it's the same 8 lanes and the same size pool is, I think, the best way to go about it, to not make it into a situation where it's stressing me out too much.
Heilman's first race will be on Tuesday afternoon of next week. There will be a watch party at Western Albemarle High School, where Thomas is a rising senior. Marty Hudtloff, 29 News.